The rollover comes at the beginning of a mat workout, and there's a similar exercise at the beginning of a reformer workout, and it starts to bend your spine from your tail to your head. So before it usually comes an exercise where you've bent your upper body, the roll-up, so you've bent from your head to your tail, and now you're going to start bending your spine the other way from your tail to your head. It's quite an advanced exercise because it requires strength and control in your powerhouse, because you're lifting the weight of your body over the smaller and sometimes weaker muscles that surround and support your neck. So you only want to be doing this, practicing this exercise, if you know that you're strong enough to support the movement. I'm going to talk about how to know if you're strong enough right now. So if you can lay down on the mat, really, really important when we practice the rollover is you want to make sure that your eyes look straight up to the ceiling and that you never turn your head to the side. So please listen to me rather than looking, or watch the video first and then practice it. But you want to make sure your eyes are looking straight up so that you don't twist these small vertebrae in your neck. You keep them straight when you start to bring pressure onto that with the weight of your body. I'm going to practice an exercise that I often begin with to test someone out and see if they're strong enough to start this movement. And that is, I call it a hip lift. It's not really an official Pilates exercise, but it's just a way for me to assess a client. So I'm going to have your arms long by your sides, and you're actually using your arms to press into the mat like levers. They are the levers that provide leverage to help engage your powerhouse and to help you use your whole body. So your neck is straight, your eyes are looking straight up at the ceiling. Bring your hips off the mat just a little bit so your feet go up, and then lower your hips down. And it's about an inch of lift. So you're starting to lift your hips off the floor, straight up, and then lower. Your feet are going to swing slightly towards your nose, and they'll start to hover right above your face, and lower. And you can feel, if you can practice this exercise, it's a lot of work in the tummy. Your legs are zipped up and everything is working. Okay, so if you're able to do that, this is a wonderful way to start and get your body strong. If you feel confident that you can continue with control and not injure yourself, you have no pain in your back, no pain in your neck, then maybe you can try the next part. You're feeling strong. You're going to scoop in and stretch your legs out. And this time, instead of just stopping at your nose, you're going to continue lifting the hips over your head. Now you'll know you're not ready for this if you get to this point and you have to push with your hands on your bottom. You never want to lift your hands off the floor and push your hips up. You want to be able to get there with the strength of your powerhouse. So if you have the need to lift your hands up, it's too soon. You need to keep practicing just the hip lift or strengthening your powerhouse, and you will get there. So if you feel ready, the rollover stretches the legs out, and we're going to roll all the way over, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, pressing the arms down, and then we'll open the legs apart, flex the feet, and if you can touch the floor, that flex is going to create a little flick, and you'll roll down with control. Lower the legs to a level that you can support, hug them together, squeeze them tight as you roll over and lift, open the feet, and if you can touch, flex, and flick the floor away. And if you can't touch, that's just fine. We're going to reverse the movement now, so the legs are open as they roll over, legs apart. And together, I'm going to show it without the legs touching, and roll all the way down. And they open, and lift the hips up and over with control. And together, and if they can touch, they go ahead and flick the floor away and roll, controlling that movement. And last time, we'll lift up and together and roll down with control. And bend the knees in.